Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well day or night whenever you tune in and see this. So, this is going to be a general reading, definitely for Taurus, and hopefully, we'll have time for Gemini as well. If I don't have time for Gemini, then I'll come back and do a separate video just for Gemini later tonight. But hopefully, we'll see how much we can get through. It's all in one video, okay? So everyone is welcome, whether you're a sun sign, Taurus, rising Taurus, you have your moon in Taurus, you have Taurus somewhere in your chart. There is still a message here for you, possibly. So everybody is welcome. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc., money, all that good stuff. Okay. And what else? Yes, I've already taken your picture of just one photo of all the cards here that I will be uploading after the live is done. If you want to see the cards more up close in detail or just see them all together later. So I will provide that for you guys. And all you have to do to get that photo is click in the description box below and follow the little instructions there on how to see the photo if that's something that you want to see. But yeah, these are also timeless readings. So that means that whenever you find this message is meant for you, it could resonate for some, before April, during April, even after April by a couple of months on each side. So always feel free to check out your other placements and all that good stuff. Okay, so excuse me, let's go ahead here, Taurus, and get into your reading. I don't have my sound bell. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere. I'll get it for hopefully the Gemini one if we do a separate video. But if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out and kind of close your eyes for a little bit, kind of just ground yourself, and let go of anything that you've been holding on to and just kind of, I'm going to be a channel for spirit to deliver the messages from them to you guys. Okay. So just take a moment if you feel guided. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead here, Taurus, and see what we have for your April reading. All right, so we're going to start with your first four main here on the top. And I don't think you can see it as well, but again, that'll be more for the photos for later as well. So each photo at the top here can represent about a week's time frame or so. So I'll say the dates when we're on each one again, but I'll kind of run through them real quickly right now. So we have the first card at the top can be from around April 1st through the 8th. The second card can be from around May 9th through the 15th. And these are general kind of timelines when things may occur, okay? But it's general, nothing is set in stone. The third card, third week, could be from around April 16th through the 22nd. And the fourth card, fourth week, can be from around April 23rd through April 30th. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and call out your cards here, Taurus. We have the Six of Staves in the right side up position, also known as Six of Wands, right side up. We have the Magician in the right side up position. We have the Nine of Cups in the right side up position. And we have the Three of Swords in the right side up position. So I will be calling out the other cards since we are using two different tarot decks, like what's on the top and the bottom of each deck, your confirmation card at the end, and then your little oracle card at the very end as well. But yeah, let's look at real quickly what other zodiac frequencies are showing up here for you if some people are interested in that. So we have the Magician, so Gemini, Sagittarius energy, not their official card, but it's there. We also have the Emperor, so Aries energy. So we have two major arcanas here for you, Taurus. Okay, so one is in the present current energies and one is in the past. More major arcanas can talk about more changes back to back happening. So you don't have like four or, two or three in the main four at the top here. So it does look like some changes coming, of course, but not like bam, 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 a lot all at once, okay, which is good, right? Especially being a Taurus earth sign, right, or wherever you have Taurus, sometimes you want to take things a little bit slower and more methodical approach, okay? But when we mention the Gemini, Sagittarius, and Aries energy, an official Aries card down here in the past, that means for some people you could be dealing with the Aries, Gemini, Sagittarius, or it could be referencing Gemini, Sagittarius, Aries season of this year, of last year, or even next year. Okay. And it could also be looking, giving you a clue to look at something in your birth chart. If this reading is for you or about one other person, it could be saying, look where you have Aries, look where you have Sagittarius, look where you have Gemini. Okay. Or it means nothing at all, but I do like to, sorry, I keep knocking the table and the camera. I do like to mention it in the beginning. All right. So let's keep going though and see, as far as your minor arcana, what is the predominant one here. So we've got 3 wands or staves, 2 cups, 1 sword, and 1 pentacle. Okay, so it looks like the staves or the wand is the more dominant one. So what does that mean? It can be for some people an underlying theme to this reading on top of whatever else we discover in a few minutes. But the wands or the staves refer to fire sign energy, what makes us passionate and get physical within our own bodies. It can also talk about health for some people. Okay, so yeah, just again, just an underlying theme. So let's go ahead though and start here with your first card, Taurus. We have the 6 of staves in the right side up position, and the sun is like right in my eyes, but hopefully you guys can see that card. There you go. If I hold it like that, I think you can see it better. All right. So this is really nice energy in that first week of April here, Taurus, from again, possibly around April 1st through the 8th, but it's not exact. 6 of Wands talks about celebratory energy, but also a very supportive energy here. So we see this guy on a chariot. He's in some type of race in Egypt. All the people are on the sidelines cheering him along. Okay, so again, this is a really nice, supportive, celebratory energy. Now, it can be a nice balanced energy as well, since it's the number 6, so we have 3 and 3, right? But again, when we talk about wands, since we just were, or staves, as it's known in this deck, it can talk about health for some, but not everybody. So is my health in a good position and a not so good position? How about the other person? Or if we're dealing with multiple people, general environment situation, okay? But here, this is looking really nice, regardless of who or what it's talking about in particular, as far as the health or the celebratory energy or that supportive energy. So who wouldn't want to start out the beginning of the month on this kind of high note here? So this is really beautiful here for you, Taurus, okay? Now, if we stop just for a moment and look at the majority of your cards here, it looks like the first 3 weeks of April are like really forward momentum, positive energy, things picking up, being more supportive, more emotional, more abundant, right? I'll get into deeper details in a moment, but I usually like to talk about if there's something you want to accomplish within your own control or travel or etc., what week is looking, or week or two is looking the best versus the other. So I really say that the first 3 weeks here are looking really nice for you. The 4th week isn't, horrible, but it's more of an energetic blockage, gentle reminder, or challenge where the energy is slowing down. So if there is, again, something that you want to accomplish that's within your control, I would say in the first 3 weeks here of April, you've got some really nice, productive for momentum energy going on here for you. Okay, so with that being said, let's go into your second card here, Taurus, second week. And we have the Magician in the right side up position. Again, Gemini Sagittarius energy. And we said this could be from around April 9th through the 15th. Okay, but he is the manifester. Okay. He has all the tools that he needs to create the reality that he wants. So whatever it is you want to manifest in your life, or the other person does, multiple people, general environment, situation, however you come into this reading for, right? This is really great, confident energy, okay? He's got all the tools of the minor arcana on his table. So he's got the swords, the pentacles, the wands, and the cups, okay? He also has the infinity symbol over his head. So that talks about infinity, endless magic, right? So if you were, let's say, a magician or manifester or creator in a past life, it could be that you also have this that ability in this current life, as long as you tap into it and do your practice, right, in everyday realm, and also, of course, the 5D spiritual realm. So, again, this is very abundant energy moving forward. It just keeps going, right? So, it's like if there is that supportive, celebratory energy in the first week of April, then it comes in to really possibly get you or another person, multiple general environment situation, the energy to be like, okay, these other people have my back. So now I can kind of take more risk, perhaps in certain ways, or just work on manifesting my goals and my dreams because I have the supportive energy backing here, me as well. So that is very nice. All right, let's see what else we have here for you, Taurus. So now we're coming into your third week, which we have the Nine of Cups in the right side up position. And we said this could be from around April 16th through the 22nd or so, okay? But the Nine of Cups is also known as like the wish fulfillment card. So if there was something that you were really wishing for, perhaps this energy could be showing up in the third week of April, but also it's emotional satisfaction, right? So the highest number in tarot is 10. This is a 9. So it's right on the edge of being around some type of ending, new beginning. So there could be some type of leveling up here for you, Taurus, in your life, or if you're watching this again for another person or multiple people, general environment situation, leveling up could be, right, a job promotion, moving in with somebody, whatever the next stage is of a romantic situation for you and them, or you're getting something moving with your creative project, your side hustle, your hobbies, or your health could be getting better, getting more money, right? All these things, whatever it is, there could definitely be this leveled up energy starting to kind of show up here for you in that third week. And it could go even beyond that, right? But this is a really beautiful card. Hopefully you can see it with the sun. But we see this kind of medieval like scene, and everyone's partying around some kind of round table, and there's kings and queens, and all the cups are in that right side up position here. Okay, so again, something could be more emotionally satisfying or fulfilling, showing up here in that third week of April. So that's also very nice to see, right, Taurus? So yeah, so now when we get to your fourth card and fourth week, this is kind of where Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what was on the top and the bottom of each of these decks all together with this one little bit of an energetic blockage, gentle reminder, or challenge. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the first, like I said, the first 3 weeks look like pretty much some nice energy, forward momentum, smooth sailing, if you want to say. And then when we get to the end of April, even beginning of May, perhaps for some, there's just a little bit of the slowdown of energy. So what do we have? We have the Three of Swords in the right side up position. And we said this could be from around April 23rd through the 30th, but again, it's not exact. It could be a little bit into May. All right. But it is an energetic blockage, gentle reminder, or challenge here because perhaps somebody or something, if it's not a person, is feeling a little let down by something. There could have been a betrayal for some, not everybody, but it is this kind of low vibrational energy or frequency as well. It could be talking about being, you know, mentally exhausted, okay? Because when we talk about swords in the tarot, we're talking about our mental faculties, right? So is my mental health in a good place and a not so good place, right? How can I get it more balanced? When this card shows up, it's kind of trying to get somebody or something perhaps in a more balanced place, okay? So let's see kind of why this card showed up here for you, Taurus, and see what's underneath it, okay? To get even more insight. So we'll start with these first two that are on the top since they're the smaller ones. All right, but we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position, which was on the top of the deck. And then we have the Princess of Cups in the right side up position, which was on the bottom of the deck here. Okay, now when we talk about what's on the top and the bottom, this is past energy. So it could be from a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., whatever the past is for you. But here we have a little bit of the Nine of Pentacles feeling like a lack of abundance, not only in money and finances, but also in possibly some value systems in some way, somebody or something not feeling valued. Okay. Then on the other side, though, with that Princess of Cups, it could be that in the past, this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position was acting like a catalyst. Okay. For then the Princess of Cups to come in and be like, you know what? I want to be in control of what makes me emotionally happy, fulfilled, and satisfied. Um, I want to be constantly learning new things, right? Since she's a princess and not a queen yet, she's not necessarily set in her ways. So we have this kind of energy in the past as well that is very, I'm trying to think of the way to say it, very open to going into the emotional depths, right? So when we talk about cups in the tarot, we're talking about water sign energy. So it's not the particular card, but it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, of course. But yeah, she's trying to figure out her way here. So mainly when we look at this as far as past energy underneath that Three of Swords, it could be that the reason why the Three of Swords is here is because, again, somebody's feeling of abundance or supportive energy in the past wasn't there as far as finances, wealth, values, systems, right? Somebody perhaps or something didn't feel valued enough in the past. So when this is showing up here in the present current energies towards the end of the month, towards the end of April, it could be that something is triggered here that takes you or takes them back to this energy, or it wasn't fully healed in some way. And so it needs to be looked at and examined to heal it and move forward. All right. But let's also go underneath the other two and go further back in time as well. Not necessarily further back, but just back in the past as well. All right. So here we have in this deck the Emperor, okay, was on the top of your deck, and we have the Prince of Staves in the right side up position on the bottom of your deck. So we have Aries energy over here with the Emperor and more fire sign energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay. But this Emperor energy from the past, it can represent a male figure, but doesn't have to be. It could be someone who's just very masculine energy, but is somebody who is in a position of power or authority over others. A lot of times when we talk about the Emperor, it could be like the chief of police or a police officer, even in itself, right, has power over. Has some type of power, right? And so it can be a judge, it can be, that kind of thing. So there is this really strong energy of somebody or something that has perhaps had a lot of responsibility over others. They're a good leader in a lot of ways. They can see things from a higher perspective here because we see the bird sitting on top of his ankh here. And also, the only thing you can really say bad about the Emperor is sometimes he does get a little bit set in his ways. And being also fire sign energy, and I say this with love because I have a lot of fire in my chart, is that sometimes we get very impulsive or not only impulsive but impatient with things. Okay, so it's just perhaps saying that maybe in the past there needed to be that more open energy of the Princess of Cups, right? So if you look at the two together there, okay, she's again open to learning new things and has this emotional vulnerability being open, whereas he can be seen as a little bit more perhaps closed off in some ways or a little bit more set in his ways. So it seems like there was the beginning here in the past, Taurus, of somebody or something really wanting to work on themselves and start to find this balance here because these are both past energies. And then you also have not only the Princess of Cups, you also have, right, that Prince of Staves. So again, kind of younger energy, even if it doesn't necessarily correlate to the person's age or your age. It's just that youthful energy of being open to learning new things, okay, and working on confidence and skills and how do I make it to the next level. So when we look at all this after we just said that, right, and we go back to your third week, the Nine of Cups in the right side up position, talking about a potential evol I can't even say it. Talking about a potential something being elevated in your life, the next level, step upwards, or for the other person, general environment situation. It could be that somebody's worried that if there is that ending new beginning, that perhaps even brings in good things. It could bring in more responsibilities, or perhaps somebody's not sure if they're quite ready yet, or not sure if the other person is ready yet. Okay, because again, you have both the princess and the prince down under here. But it doesn't feel to me, Taurus, that it is a blockage entirely, right? It just looks like kind of a slowdown of energy or even some type of introspection that you would do before this ending new beginning happens. Okay, so as long as you don't completely block those things and you don't stay in the fear or the anxiety, worry, overthinking, or the other person, multiple people, general environment situation doesn't, then it's okay. If it's, as long as it's just an introspection, checking in with those points but not blocking future growth, then it doesn't look too bad here. So let's now go to your tarot confirmation card here real quickly as well before we get to the oracle card at the very end. So this tarot confirmation card is a combination of past and future energy. It's going to come in here and confirm all four cards at the top, all 4 weeks that we just talked about. All right. And so now we have the Five of Wands in the reverse position. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure you can see it with the sun. Okay. Now, with this Five of Wands in the reverse position, it can go, one or two different ways, since this is, of course, a general reading for multiple people, right? For some, it could be that with this Three of Swords at the end of April, right, your fourth card over here that we just talked about, if there isn't this openness to, again, not block yourself or block someone else, then you can move forward. The Five of Wands in reverse is almost like somebody or something doesn't want to rely on others. They want to do it all on their own. They don't want to rely on their support system. They also don't want to have multiple backup plans like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, of like, okay, if this doesn't go exactly like this, then I'm going to do this, or they're going to do this, or we're going to do this, right? It's like with it being in the reverse position, it's like somebody, for a few of you guys, could be not open to any of that. Like, again, going back to that Aries Emperor energy of being too rigid in some way. Okay. Now for the other few of you guys, it could be, since there's two different groups here, I feel it could be that some of you guys have already done this, and that's why it's in the reverse position. You've taken on the supportive energy. You've listened to your friends or family or whatever your support system is. You've made those backup plans, and so now you're moving on, okay, with it in the reverse position. So again, it will be different for everybody since it's a general reading. But, I think it's always good to talk about relying on others to help us also not take things so seriously. If the Five of Wands had been right side up, okay, then it would have been that somebody was taking something way too seriously, right? And so again, the need for friends or family to come in and shake things up and make these backup plans. But because it was reversed, some of you guys are blocking that, or some of you guys have already done it, okay? Because in this deck, in this Hermaic Tarot deck, they call the Five of Wands the Lord of Strife. But that's an illusion, because usually when you see this tarot card in other decks, right, it would be five guys looking like they're fighting, but they're not actually fighting. They're practicing, they're soldiers, okay? So they're getting ready for battle. So it can look like strife, but it doesn't have to be if you make that choice or if they make that choice to, again, just kind of have those backup plans and shake things up a little bit to not be so rigid here, okay? All right, Taurus. So now, real quickly, let's see what your Oracle card has to say for you for this month as well. So we have the Earth's Heart, okay, is the name of this card. It's really pretty. And so I'll read a little bit from this book. These are Oracle cards, and I don't have them all memorized, but my dear friend gave this deck to me. It's really beautiful. It's the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle deck. Okay, so anyway, if you can see, there's a rose at the center of the card here at the bottom, and then all of these beautiful colors kind of radiating outwards. It almost looks like a bird's nest, but I know it's supposed to be like the center of the earth, I'm guessing. Okay, so let's see what it says here. All right, so it says depth, pulse, buried treasure. These are kind of some words that come up here for this card. It says, amongst our phenomenal scientific pursuits, we have yet to journey to the core of the earth. We only suppose what is there, such as the mystery of the Coram, sorry, I can't say the Latin or whatever it is, the Coverum Terra card. It is related to the architectural image of the cave and the fourth chakra located at the heart. Okay, that's interesting, right? So I guess that would be the fourth chakra there in the center. And it says this card appears when there is something blossoming deep within that requires our attention or attending to. It could be a new love, a way of serving others, or an offering to the planet and its resources. In alchemy context, this card roughly translates to Earth is the true heart. The journey of discovery will take you through many layers, slowly revealing her gifts, the Earth's gifts. This is proof of the Earth's this is proof of the Earth's longing to provide and to teach. You already felt you have already felt this pulse of the Earth's heart. Now it is time to listen, to be a student of her wisdom. And it says to think about or to ponder the abysmal plane. Okay. And to go deeper, this deck always talks about some type of artwork or film or music that kind of resonates with the energy of this card. So it says, read Dana Flaw's poem, Go In and In. Okay, so I'm not familiar, but if you feel guided, let's see what else it says real quickly. It says, science tells us that the Earth's core is made of iron. If this card appears, okay, that doesn't apply to us because we only pulled one of these oracle cards, so I won't read that part. It says this card can be read as a direct call to reconnect with Earth itself, sit or walk in nature, perhaps visiting your favorite spot. If you can't get there, sit and visualize it in your head instead. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that this Earth's heart definitely goes with the Three of Swords, right? If we saw this card in more traditional tarot decks, it would be a woman sometimes sitting on the ground, and there's a sword in front of her, and the sword here, on one on each side, right? Three swords. So a lot of times when I said it's that lower vibrational frequency, it's like a lack of being grounded in your air sign energies, in your mental capacity, right? Your mental health. So here, when it's saying check in with your heart or work on the fourth chakra, that could be, just another layer here. But I think it's good advice for anybody, at any time, right? To check in, to get out in nature. That's kind of why I've been doing these readings out here when it's warm enough to. So yeah, that is your message, Taurus, and feel free, guys, to let me know in the comments down below how this may shape up for you or how you're feeling about things. Anything you want to say, or if you just want to say hi. Also, let me know if you like these readings outside or if you prefer them still more inside in my office, or anything else you want to suggest or just say hi. Also, if you want to see the one photo that I've already taken of all these cards, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there. In a few moments, I will be posting it on my Facebook page. So, but yeah, let's see what time it is. I think we'll probably have to do the Gemini reading a little bit later tonight, just because I have an appointment I have to get to and I don't want to be late. But yeah, check back in a little later if you want to check out the Gemini reading. And again, thank you guys so much for your time, for your energy, for your likes, your subscriptions, and your shares. They're all great free ways to support my channel here, since I am doing these readings for free. So if you haven't already and you want to subscribe, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and it's free. It just notifies you when I put out new readings, and it just, as long as you have a basic YouTube email account, it just emails you that kind of thing. And then if you like this video, not only does it tell me that you resonated or enjoyed something in this video, it also helps YouTube's algorithms to share it more with others in the first 2 or 3 days of posting. So if you feel guided, the likes definitely help. And the third way, yes, is to share. If you want to send it directly to friends or family, just share it that way, or share it on your social media. That also helps as well. But whatever you feel guided. So you guys take care, enjoy this time period, and I will be back a little later with Gemini. All right, bye guys. See you later. Cleo says bye.